Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Judy Ann Kellaway. I'm the Associate Dean for Admissions and Outreach here at the Long School of Medicine with another video for you. This one is about interview day, and this is a really fun one to make because we have just the greatest interview day in the world, and it's just a lot of fun, super fun, and I can't wait to tell you all about it. I think I should tell you first that we have some serious goals for interview day, and they are like high priority for us, give you a low stress environment, um, give you loads of detailed information. You're going to leave full of all kinds of great information about Long School of Medicine. And we're going to give you a lot of interactions with our students, and we're going to give you a lot of interactions with our faculty as well. So let's go over the agenda. And I'll link to the detailed agenda in the chat or in the information text box for this video. But first, actually, interview day starts the day before, and it starts at noon Central Standard or Daylight Time. It'll be, we do use daylight time, so it'll be Central Time. So think about time zones, that's in the interview tips for you also. But it starts the day before at noon here in San Antonio, Texas, and it starts with a tech check. This is a great opportunity. It was really necessary 2 years ago in 2020 when we were doing this for the first time. All of us, you and us, were doing this virtual world for the first time. But we continued it because we feel like it's a good chance for you to just check out the scene. You'll meet me or a member of our A team, our admissions team, or a student who will guide you through any questions that you might have about the technology. It was really necessary in the beginning when people didn't know much about the platform or the platforms that are available. We're Zoom experts now, all of us, aren't we? So that's what you'll get at noon the day before. It's kind of like driving to the Prometric Center where you're going to take your MCAT. Maybe that's a bad example. It's kind of like going to check out the new school you're going to go see. You've got a meeting and you want to see where it is and all that. So it's just to familiarize yourself. And a lot of applicants tell us it really lessened their stress. And we're all about anything that will lessen anybody's stress. So that's we'll be in that Zoom link for about an hour. You can pop in for 5 minutes and say, okay, thanks, I've got this. Or sometimes people come with questions, sometimes not. We do have that other document about tips for the virtual environment in interviews. So please read that too. I will link to that document as well. In the description of the video or in the chat. So we'll link you to that too, because I think there's some good tips there. Then at 7 p.m., 7 to 8 p.m., this is for and that's Central Time also. This is for you to come meet our students. It's called Off the Record because I'm not allowed, no faculty are allowed. Our students will speak to you honestly about all of the great things they see about our school and what they've experienced here. So it's very fun. You might play games. They might just break you into smaller rooms and chit chat. And that's just another way to engage with our students and another way to learn about us. So that is called Off the Record the night before at 7 p.m., 7 to 8. Then comes the big day. So I guess overall, you should know that we really try to, we know a Zoom minute is long. So we really try to manage Zoom fatigue by being as efficient as we can. So we don't give you any like big long breaks in the day. But let me tell you how that goes. You're going to check in with us through the main meeting link at 8:45. And while we are checking you in, we're going to put you in welcome rooms while we see who's here and make sure the right people are here, make sure you remember about the time zones and everything. We'll be calling you if not, if we don't see you, but you're going to check in and go to welcome rooms. These are hosted by our students. And so another chance for a brief time for you to get to visit with our students who will all tell you, just chill, just relax, just be yourself. We just want to have a nice conversation with you. So they'll get you started on the right foot there. At 9 o'clock, we'll welcome you back into the main meeting area. And I have probably 5 or 6 hours of great information for you, but I've boiled it down into an hour, maybe an hour and 5. So, but it's good stuff. I think it's very informative, and I'll ask you to take notes. And I'll ask you all through the day to engage with us. We'll have the chat functions open. You can save chats. You can chat with each other. You might see friends or make new friends during this whole interview process. So you can say hi to them. We love emojis. We make use of the emojis through the whole day. So feel free with that, because it helps us in this virtual environment to engage with you and really feel connected on this day. So that's that. Did I tell you I want you to take notes, because I'm going to tell you some great information, and you might want to check that out from other schools, what they're offering in terms of the things that we're going to tell you about. So you might want to take notes so that you can keep track of the good things you're learning about us. Right after that, we're going to have 2 people popping in, and one is Dr. Barbara Taylor. She's our assistant dean for the MD MPH program, which is very popular here. Great experience with mentorship, leadership, community health, and engagement. So she'll tell you a little bit about, and that our students in that program are like very active in all kinds of aspects of community health. That's great. And then the other pop-in we have for you is Dr. Sakina McCormick, and she's going to tell you to shake out those nerves and leave them somewhere, because you don't need them here. And she is the interim vice dean for our Office of Inclusion and Diversity here at the Long School of Medicine. She's also a full-fledged committee member. So some of you will be interviewing with her. She's awesome. All of our faculty are just awesome. Then about 10:20, maybe 10:25, you get a little break. And like all of these Zoom minutes, they feel longer than they really are. So I want you to take that 5 minutes and shake out your nerves and get a glass of water, run to the restroom, or grab a little snack. Good to do all that beforehand, but this gives you a little chance to a short few minutes to get up, walk around, get yourself settled while you bring up the next links that you need. So that is, let's see, that's your short break before the 10:30 segment. From 10:30 to noon is your interview segment. You will have 2 interviews. Talk about them in just a second. You'll have 2 interviews, but then there's this optional break, another break time, another 30-minute segment where you can just get out of the main meeting and go take a real break that is not connected to anybody in interview day, or you can use that break to gather some more information. There'll be more details about our combined degree programs, and there'll be in that 30 minutes, 15 minutes of that, and 15 more minutes of learning about our Center for Medical Humanities and Ethics. Very popular on this campus. They do amazing things in global health, community service learning. I mean, the projects are just like impressive numbers. There are so many projects going on here with all of our schools, not just the medical school. Global health, community service learning, ethics, medical ethics, and then arts and humanities. And there are ways they'll also describe to you in this session where you can get an MD with distinction. So it's a special concentration in those 4 areas. So you can do this as a break, because you can join that discussion with just your name tile on, and you're muted and the video's off, and you can just absorb the information and even ask questions. Unmute. There will be time for questions and answers. So that counts as a little break time for you while we're still feeding you information. See, we try to be efficient with everything too. So during that break, that will be in the main meeting link, but you'll pop out to our portal, our admissions portal. We call it our admissions portal or AMP portal. That will be for your interviews. It will be very clear to you what to do. You'll sign in, go to your interview tab, and it'll say start the interview or join the interview. You will have a quick uh, confirmation where you put your name, date, and hit submit. And then you'll see your interview schedule. You can do this actually once the schedule is set, which is usually on Thursday. Usually by noon on Thursday, the schedule is set. So you can go to your AMP portal, click on that attestation confirmation page, and then you'll see your schedule. So you can look up your committee members. If you go to the special interview day link you received with your invitation to interview, we have a great website for you to look at with a few more details about things, including fun facts about our committee. And so you can see who you're interviewing with in advance. Where are we? So though that's that segment, the 10:30 to 12 o'clock segment. And I think that's all. Then you join the main meeting link if you weren't there already at 12:05. At 12 we'll watch for everybody to be coming back, and then at 12:05 we'll break you into two groups, and you'll have a huddle, which is a medical student Q&A. We try to get students from different levels, from the more clinical, I don't say clinical and non-clinical because we're clinical from the very beginning, but some of our first and second years, as well as the third and fourth years, to answer your questions. That'll be half of that hour. And then, so half of people are going to do the huddle first. Half of you will be doing Expedition, which is it's a Disney tour. You know, it's a video tour of our school that is live. We will have live tour guides there in the room with you to talk to you about what you're seeing on the video. So that takes from 12:05 to 12:55, a little less than an hour. And then we'll wrap it up and tell you bye, see if there are any last announcements that we want to make. We do have one more, well, actually, we will have many more opportunities to engage with you. But at the end of that interview day, at 1:15, so there's a 15-minute break in there, there's another optional wrap-up cool-down session with our ADC. We call it Alliance for Diversity and Culture. This brings a spotlight to a variety of student organizations who want to tell you about their missions in various organizations. So you'll get a good feel all throughout this day. But if you join this, it's like a mini org fair. So breakout rooms will open up and you get to choose who you want to talk to, maybe several. Maybe you want to talk to the Pride organization or the Latino Medical Student Organization and the women's group. So there are just going to be lots of people there, lots of various groups. SNMA, LMSA, here's just an example of a few. Pride, AMWA, APAMSA, non-traditional students is a new group that was created this year, so they'll be there most of the time to talk to you. On any given Friday, there might be some present, some not present, but you will have contact information for all of these people. The Christian student group, the Muslim Students Association, the Jewish Students Association, and just like so much more. Medical students, women's health, medical students for women's health, and then the Students for Life. So just like all kinds of people will be there, which is fun. That particular optional wrap-up session will be available to you at any interview day. Okay, so if you have interviewed with us and you can't make that 1:15, then you're done at 1, but come back the next week at 1:15 and you can join us. All we ask is that you email us and just let us know that we should be expecting you. Okay. What else do I want to tell you? The extended interview day experiences will be Q&As throughout the interview cycle. Things like that, special opportunities with the students and faculty and women here, and a variety of things that we'll let you know through email. But another very fun thing connected to our interview day or our interview cycle experience is that we're bringing back our famous interview day luncheon. So there will be some Fridays where you are invited after your interview, because we really separate any admissions decisions that might happen in committee from your visiting campus for our famous luncheon. It's so good. You are hosted at your table by medical students and faculty members. And so it's a great time to ask more questions or just hear more about us from your table hosts. And then your students at the table will take you on live, real time on campus tour. So from about 12 to 1:30 or so, just depending on your timeline, and the students will be available to you for the tour for that hour and a half. We'll have a way for you to sign up. And if there are links or things I need to share, I'll be sure to put them in the info or the chat. And I still wanted to tell you about why it's so famous. It's delicious. It is a very nice luncheon, and all preferences, all food dietary preferences are accommodated. You can do gluten-free. Our pasta is gluten-free and still delicious. And you can have vegetarian options, just all kinds of things that would be available to you. So just if you're wondering about anything, just email us. So anyway, that's it. That's it for interview day. I'm not sure how long I went, but I'm trying to keep these short. But there's just so much to tell you about. So hope you enjoyed hearing about that. There are lots of resources and links to check out. And I think I'll say bye until the next video. Not sure what that topic will be, but if you're not hearing about a topic that you want to know more about, please let me know. I know we're going to do some on out-of-staters, the match, various programs that we have here at Long School of Medicine. So thanks for listening. Thanks for popping in, and hope to see you soon, and good luck with your cycle. Bye-bye.